Hey guys, Novaexplosion. Welcome back to more Tales of the Abyss. We are back at long last. Sort of long last. It's been over a week. I think last we left off, Luke got his haircut. I think we also got Holy Song too, and we're just meeting with Tyr's grandfather. I think that's what we're doing, probably. Arietta, hello. Welcome to stream. Everyone else who may be lurking. Pretty sure we're just going to the conference room and continuing the story, I believe.
Oh, Tyr, it's you. And this must be...
Pleased to meet you. I'm Luke.
I'm you!
You, stay quiet. I apologize for what happened at Axariuth.
Ah, you're the Luke replica. I see. You really do look the same.
Grandfather!
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no need for you to apologize to us for Axariuth, however.
What do you mean?
The fall of Axariuth is written in Yulia's score. It occurred because it was meant to.
What are you saying? I've never heard that. That makes it the same as Hod.
It's part of the closed score. Only those of Maestro rank or higher know of it.
If you knew about it through the score, why didn't you try to stop it?
Luke, I'm surprised to hear someone from the Outer Lands say such a thing. A calm, orderly life in accordance with the score is the way of the Order of Lorelei.
Well, yeah, but...
Why are people read the score on their birthday each year? To learn of the next year and accept the possibilities it holds.
Then why didn't you inform the world about Axariuth's destruction?
Yeah, if you'd let everyone know, people wouldn't have had to die.
That's the problem. When faced with a score of death, people become unable to live peacefully.
Of course. Sir, nobody wants to die.
That's not acceptable. Yulia read prosperity for Auldrant in the score. If we don't move history down that path, we'll lose the prosperity we are promised. We are the Watchers who guide the Outer Lands to prosperity, based on Yulia's score. The Order of Lorelei is a tool for that purpose.
And that's where Grand Maestro Mose held Phone Master Ion and tried to cause a war?
Master Van knew about the score when he took me to Axariuth?
That's correct.
You told me neither Malkuth nor Kimlaska listened when you warned them about Hod. Was that a lie?
I'm sorry. You were young. I didn't want to tell you the truth. But Van knows the truth.
Then my brother is planning to take revenge on the world. He said that a world shackled to the score is better off destroyed.
Tyr, you're mistaken in thinking that Van is trying to destroy the world. It's true that there was a time when Van hated the score after what happened to Hod. But now, he's doing an admirable job as an observer.
Admirable? Letting everyone in Axariuth die was admirable? You're crazy. There's something wrong with all of you.
Not at all. At the end of the 6th phone stone, Yulia's score reads thus. The land of Rugnica will be enveloped in war, and Malkuth shall lose territory. Kimlaska Lanveldir shall thrive, and this shall lead to unprecedented prosperity. We have watched all this time in order to bring that unprecedented prosperity to the Outer Lands.
But grandfather, Van is trying to cause Saint Bina to fall.
The battle will take place around it. Saint Bina will not fall. It is not written in the score.
Mayor Teodoro, it's time for the council meeting.
I'll be right there. If you two are that worried, take the Yulia Road to the Outer Lands. See for yourself that your concern is groundless.
Tyr, let's go back to the Outer Lands. We aren't going to accomplish anything here.
Right. But before we go, there's something I want to get from my room, okay?
Sure.
That was a lot. That was a lot. Big exposition info dump. Where's your room, Tyr? Weren't we just in your room? Like where you woke up? It's the room we were sleeping in, second floor in the house next door is my room. Oh. Yeah, isn't that the bed you were sleeping on? And that whole time I was sleeping in Tyr's bed? Oh, you're saying Luke didn't know that? Oh my word. Master, is something wrong? No, let's go. Better keep your thoughts to yourself, Luke. Starting a new journey. Just like before. Huh? I left Yulia City like this last time, when I first met you. Oh. The time I went to the Outer Lands to stop my brother. Tyr. I've got to stop him this time, and we gotta save Saint Bina. Yeah, I can't let another Exariuth happen. Good talk, good talk. Van wants to be ruler of the world. In his own sense, yeah. I really like... I've said this if you watch my Tales of Xillia playthrough,
Van hated the score. He was always talking about it, here in this room.
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say after this cutscene.
He'd stand about where you are now, and say he could never forgive a world that let Hod die.
Why does he care so much about Hod?
The Isle of Hod was Malkuth land, destroyed in the Hod War 16 years ago. It was our home. Hod fell into the Cliffoth, just like Exariuth. Van and my mother, who was pregnant with me, fell into the Cliffoth. Van probably used a phonic hymn. Something happened before I went to the Outer Lands. Van returned to this city, something he didn't do very often.
Oh, backstory time?
Ash seems to suspect something.
Ash is still a bit dainty. He'll cause trouble if he learns that the people of the Outer Lands will be annihilated.
Shall we have Sing keep tabs on him?
Yes.
I thought my brother was planning something terrible. At least that many people were going to die. I couldn't allow that to happen, even if Hod had been left to die because of the score. I swore I'd stop him, even if it meant killing both of us.
Tyr.
But it looks like I failed. I couldn't save Exariuth.
That's because I
can't blame it all on you. I took an assignment in the Outer Lands in order to stop Van.
You're strong.
Am I? I wonder.
Too strong. But thanks for telling me about all this. I think maybe I understand you a little better now.
That's the first time you've ever thanked me for anything.
Really?
I'm so happy you two are growing close to each other.
It's not like that. By the way, what did you come here to get?
A book on phonology. I thought you would need it.
Why?
A hyperresonance is caused by seventh phonons. I think this will help you learn to control them.
Oh, thanks.
Principles of phonology. There's gonna be a test next week. I better study.
The Yulia road is to the right of the meeting room. Let's go.
Anyway, as I was saying, something I really like about Tales of, there's many reasons why this franchise is my favorite. I can go on and on. I'm not gonna bore you with all of them. But even a fraction of why I love the series so much, they always have really, like, complex villains. They always have villains that are, like, not entirely in the wrong, but obviously they're in the wrong to us. Like, they actually have some right in what they're doing. I probably mentioned this in Tales of Xillia and Tales of Berseria because they're the standout examples, but, like, Gaius not being incredibly wrong about, like, you know, wanting to protect the weak and everything, and then Artorias wanting to remove pain because of what he felt with Celica and his unborn child. And you have, like, Mythos. Mythos just wants to, like, save his dead sister. Like, while it's really wrong what he's doing, where he tries to take Colette's body or whatever, and the whole, like, ritual of the Chosen and everything, it makes sense. Like, I mean, it's reasonable what Mythos wants to do, even if it's, like, wrong. So, while they have some wrong, they also have some right, which is what I really like. And I think Van also follows I mean, it kind of seems like Van isn't, like, inherently a bad guy. But I don't really remember Van's, like, gist all that much other than what I've gone up to. So I'm pretty sure... I think Van does fall into this category as well. And I think Duke had a little bit of that, too. Where, like, Duke wasn't, like, inherently wrong. Again, though, Vesperia... I feel like Vesperia, most of Duke's development... Or, not development. Most of Duke's focus is in the side quest. And I feel like Vesperia dropped the ball on that. Where a lot of Duke's fleshing out is in side content that is easy to miss. So, you know. But yeah, I really like, it's a fraction of why I love this series, but the villains in this game are never like, oh, some are. The older ones are like, Dios or something. Or Kronos from, Destiny. So some are like that. Even Creed Graphite from Hearts kind of falls into this category. Creed Graphite, I would even say, and even a little bit of Lambda. Because Lambda just wants revenge on the people that, like, did experiments on him, and, like, it's understandable. So, you know, it's a fraction of why I love the series so much. I love how the villains are never like, oh, unless not counting the older ones, like, in the more modern ones, like Symphonia onward, they're all like, yo, like, they're not just like, oh, I want to destroy the world, I'm evil because I'm evil. They always have some kind of ideology or, like, reasoning behind what they're doing, even though they're still wrong in the end. But I do appreciate, like, that they don't make them like, oh, they're just bad. Like, they have some reasoning to what they're doing, and they're not entirely wrong. How come you didn't go with Ash and the others, Tyr? Why should I have gone? I had no reason to. Yeah, maybe not, but... I was ordered by Mose to search for the 7th Phone Stone. The one in Exariuth turned out to be a fake. Granted, I have to report that, but that has nothing to do with Ash. Besides, he's one of my brother's troops. I can't trust him. Oh, so... Don't think I stayed for you either. I planned to discuss my course of action with Grandfather. You just woke up before I left, that's all. Oh, Tyr. Oh, yeah, right. But I'm going with you now to watch you and see whether you really can change. Remember that. Oh yeah, Tyr's gonna like hunt you down if you go back on your word, Luke. She's got knives. Yeah, I know. I'll do everything I can. Good talk, good talk. I just saved here, didn't I? I wasn't supposed to save there. I was supposed to save here. Oh well. Let's hope the recording doesn't mess up so I don't lose like that 4 minutes of progress. Anyway, Tales of Villains. Usually really strong. Honestly, some of my favorite villains come from this series. So, like, the villains in this series are just really, like, deep and complex, and I really like them.
This path connects to the Aramis Spring on the Padamian continent. That place is crawling with monsters. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm scared.
It'll be all right, Mew. Here we go.
I can't remember Nerid from Tales of Eternia, what Nerid's, like, deal was. Like, did Nerid have any kind of ideology? I can't recall. I know Destiny and Fantasia, their villains are basically like, yeah, they're just evil, but they're the first 2 games. I can't remember if Nerid falls into that category or not. It's been a really long time since I played Eternia. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting any villains. Oh, Volrin! I think Volrin's like I don't think Volrin's like a great villain. I don't think Volrin's evil to be evil, though. Volrin, I think Volrin's basically a revenge story because he was one of the Sovereign experiments along with Alphen. So he might have just been like basically like get revenge for all that, similar to Lambda, but they didn't really flesh out Volrin very well, IML. I don't think Volrin was evil just to be evil though. I think Volrin had not as deep reasoning as Artorias and Gaius or anything. But I'm pretty sure he had some reasoning. But they didn't really flesh out Volrin all that well, but he had some reasoning to do what he did, I believe.
Whoa! It dumped us out into the water!
It's all right. You won't get wet.
How come?
Apparently, the force from the Sephiroth spout pushes the water aside.
Those Sephiroth things sure are strong if they can lift the whole land into the sky.
I mean, it's named after one of the most iconic villains, so.
And I destroyed one of them.
Standing around depressed isn't going to help anything.
You're right. I came back here to do what I can. Man, I'm hopeless.
Wow, that was neat. It sure took me by surprise getting thrown into a pool like that. You said it uses the Sephiroth, right? How does it work? We don't understand the theory behind it, we just make use of it. There are many more phonic arts and phon machines left from the Dawn Age. But we just don't fully understand them yet. Oh, the Dawn Age must have been a pretty amazing time. It probably was. In fact, Yulia herself is said to have helped invent most of the technology of the time. So that's why it's called the Yulia Road. Yeah, Yulia is said to have founded it. Honestly, fair and typical. I heard that Yulia was a great person, too. Yeah, sounds like it. I was never interested in that stuff, so I never bothered to learn about it. Well, now's a good time to start, one step at a time. Yeah. I don't know. If I were to talk about Tales of Villains, my favorite is Artorias. I'd probably put Gaius at number 2. And I'd probably say Lambda after that. I think that'd be my top 3 Tales of Villains.
It's about time you showed up, Luke.
Yo, we got Guy already? That's insane. Yo, how you feel about my fresh cut? I just got a haircut yesterday, so.
Hey, you cut your hair. Nice. Clean cut. Looks good.
It's just like I saw when I was connected with Ash. Guy waited for me. Guy.
Huh? What is it?
I'm not Luke.
Jeez, I don't need you talking like Ash too.
But I'm a replica.
So, that guy doesn't like to be called Luke anyway. I say take it.
Take it? You haven't changed a bit.
And the name's yours.
You sure have, though. You don't have to put yourself down so much.
I'm not. It's just...
Sure you are. Who cares about names at this point? You could at least look happy to see me after I went to the trouble of waiting here for you.
You're right. Thanks.
Luke said thanks?
He says he's going to change. Looks like you never do.
Friend for life, yeah. That face that guy had when he's like, Luke said thank you? This is the best day of my life. I actually heard the words thank you from Luke. I love that expression. Hi. Let's get some combat going. Oh, dude, yeah, this is officially Act 2 because we have the second battle theme. Alright, I got Rending Thrust. I think Rending Thrust gives me Rending Quake, if I'm not mistaken. It's a base art? I thought it was an arcane art. I could have sworn it was Arcane Art. I'm gonna put Fangblade Rage here instead of Fangblade Havoc, because Fangblade Havoc is hard to chain.